Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Kevin Griffith, and this is the Holler Barbecue. Today, I have a little bit different smoked wing video I'm going to do for you. We're going to fire up the pit barrel cooker, and we're doing some Nashville hot smoked chicken wings. Stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So our wings we're going to do today, actually found, they've probably always had these, but I've never seen them, but Costco actually has their own Kirkland signature chicken wings now. It's a 10-pound bag. Now, I'm not going to be using all today, but for me, I like to have some stuff in the freezer, so if I want something, I get a craving for something, we just break them out and have them. Probably going to be using around maybe 3 pounds for our cook today. These were $24 for a 10-pound bag, so you're looking at $2.40 a pound. So not too bad of a deal. All right, to get these wings ready for the smoker, the only thing we're going to put on them right now is just a little bit of SPGO, so salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. So we don't need a very big coating right now because once we get our Nashville hot seasoning on there, that's going to be the bulk of our seasoning. Alright, since this cook is not going to be very long, let me show you how we're going to set up the pit barrel. I don't need to fill a whole basket full of charcoal because we'll be wasting. Because this thing will burn for 7, 8, 9 hours, you know, full basket of charcoal. But we're only going about a couple hours today, so I don't need to waste my charcoal. So these are just a couple of just bricks. I couldn't find any fire bricks, so this is what I'm using. It should work just fine. Actually, had to trim one of them off a little bit. Basically, I just used a thing to just basically break it off here to make it fit. We're going to put all the charcoal on this side. Let me go ahead and do that. So when we do it this way, it's very little charcoal. I'm gonna take some of these charcoals and just put them in my chimney here. That's probably about enough. Spread the rest of them out even. And we're gonna light this up, pour them on, and it should be good to go. Alright, so I'm letting my charcoal basket basically get to where the coals are mostly ashed over. The top ones will still not be completely ashed over. That's about where I'm going. Now we're just going to dump those on top. This smaller chimney is from Pit Barrel. My family got me this for my birthday. It actually makes it really easy to reach down and dump in. Let me show you some. Here is the Weber one. Let's see if I can get them up. Let's see. There you go. Weber versus Pit Barrel. You know, this big Weber one, the problem is like you can't reach down in and dump them in very good. So I'd have to dump from way up here, and sometimes I would have something fall out of the basket. So with this one, you can just go straight down. That way you can get it pretty even. Now one chunk of hickory, and one chunk of pecan. So as far as monitoring temperature today, I just wanted to monitor the barrel just to see where we're at. So I'm going to be using Grilleye. Like I said, you have to put this one in before you put your bars in. So I'm actually just going to set this down. And actually let it hang about right there. We should get a good temperature reading. So we should be around 250 to 275 on this cook today. At the end, I'm going to show you how to get the temperature cranked up so we can get that nice crisp skin that everyone likes. All right, so we got our charcoal dumped in, we got our wood in, we got our temperature gauge in. So get the bars in. Alright, so pit barrel sitting right around 259 degrees right now. And the reason I want to monitor this is because we're not using this pit barrel the way it's meant to, of filling it up with charcoal and you know, doing it that way where you're only using half. So I want to monitor the temperature just to make sure we don't get too low. I want to shoot between 250 to 275. We're going to cook we got 3 stages to cook in here. We're going to put our wings in, cook them for 30 minutes. Flip them over, hook them for another 30 minutes. Then we're going to glaze them with that Nashville hot sauce that we're going to lay down and let them finish off that way. But we're also going to bring the temperature up. Now, if my temperature starts falling too much, all I need to do is come and open this lid a tiny bit and we'll bring the temperatures back up. If that happens, I'll show you. So let's go ahead and get these wings on. All right, all closed up. Come back out here in 30 minutes and give them a flip. All right, let's make some Nashville hot seasoning. Now we get our heat from cayenne pepper. And what I'm starting with is 3 tablespoons. Now, if you want more heat, add a little bit more cayenne pepper or get a hotter pepper. If you have access to ghost pepper or the Carolina Reaper, if you want to go that hot, do that. I ain't crazy, so I ain't doing that. Next, I want 1 tablespoon of packed brown sugar. About half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of paprika. And this is half a teaspoon of sea salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. And what we're going to do with this is make basically a sauce with it. So I believe the more traditional way, the way they do it in Nashville, is they actually take hot oil or lard and mix this mixture into that. But I'm not really down with that, so I'm going to be melting half a cup of butter, and we're going to mix this into that, and that's going to be our sauce. But if you want to use lard, you want to use hot oil, go ahead. But we're not frying chicken. I think that's what they do when they're frying the chicken. They just take some of the oil and make this stuff. But since we're not frying chicken, we're smoking ours today. I think butter would go a little bit better with the smoke. Alright, to get our sauce ready, I have half a cup of butter. We're going to melt this down, then add all that seasoning that we made just a second ago into this, and then let it cook for just a little bit, let all those flavors get infused. Alright, now that our butter's melted, let's go ahead and take that seasoning. Let's go ahead and dump it in. Alright guys, it's been 30 minutes, so it's time to flip them. Let me show you something I did though. So the temperature actually dropped to around 235, I think we hit 235. So what I did was I removed the 2 bars that are up top, and now we're back up to 275 just by removing those. So I'll keep monitoring the temperature like this, and if it gets too high, I'll just put those bars back in. So let's go ahead and flip them. They're already starting to get a pretty good color. Tell you what, that combination of hickory and pecan is, I don't know, in my opinion, that's the best. These ones over on this side, basically they're directly over the fire. So they're actually getting a little bit more darker. So let me move these over here. Yeah, you're going to want to do this as quickly as possible because it will start getting a lot higher temperature on you the longer that lid's off. So let's get it back on. We're going to go another 30 minutes, and then after that, we're going to start basting them with our sauce. All right, guys, so we've been going for about an hour now. So taking those bars out actually has helped this cook stay about the temperature I wanted to. So right now we're sitting at 280 degrees. Now it's time to go to step 3, which we're going to try to get the temperature up even higher on the pit barrel now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to glaze them though. Now I'm not going to glaze all of them with the Nashville hot, only because I'm probably going to be the only one to eat any of the hot ones. So I'm going to separate them out. And I'm going to put barbecue sauce on some, Nashville hot on the others. And then we don't have very long to go from there. Actually, found this big one right here. Ooh. Just to see where we're at, because you know, we want at least north of 165. So this big one right here, we're at 158, so we're super close right now. So I don't really need to worry about it. Once because we'll probably go for 20 minutes once we get the sauce set on, and that's going to be plenty of time to bring that one up. And all these other ones are kind of smaller, so they're probably already up there. So we'll go ahead and take the hot sauce. And this stuff's kind of chunky because, you know, the seasonings basically do not melt into it because it's basically pepper. Gonna get a little flame action because of the butter dripping down. And don't worry about it because it will settle down really quick. Now that is going to really help crisp them up a little bit. But as soon as that finishes dripping, we should be done with our flare up. Now for my barbecue side, I'm just using Kinder barbecue sauce. All right, let's go ahead and get our lid on. All right, so leaving our lid off like that really brought the temperature up. So we're sitting at 331 degrees right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and crack it open. If you put your lid just like this, just a little bit open, you're going to continue to bring that heat up. That's just the way the pit barrel works. So once I get to maybe 350, if it'll get that high, 350, a little bit more, we'll go ahead and shut it down. And we're only looking at 15 more minutes and we'll be done. And we'll go ahead and get them off and see what we're working with. All right, we've been setting this sauce for about 20 minutes. So that means our cook's right around an hour and 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and take a look. They're definitely looking really good. And they're actually done. So let me go ahead and pull these off. And we'll talk about everything we've done. And then we'll give a taste test. So give me just a second. Alright guys, here's our final product. Right here we got our Nashville hot. Right here we just got our plain barbecue. This is the ones for today. So let's talk about what we did. So we basically did a very basic seasoning. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion. We smoked them on the smoker between 250 to 275. And on the pit barrel, we didn't want to use too much charcoal, so I used those bricks in the bottom. So we only used basically half the charcoal. And I did have to remove the bars just so that we could get the temperature up where I wanted. So we went 30 minutes, flipped them, another 30 minutes, put our glaze on, and then about 20 more minutes and they're done. Now at this point, if you were to get Nashville hot in a restaurant, they actually they fry their chicken. It's basically fried chicken, and then that glaze, they basically drizzle it over it before they serve it. So if you want more heat, you want more glaze, do it now. Right now, just drizzle it on there and serve it that way. But me, I'm too much of a wuss. I don't want to do that. So now, let's go ahead and taste this sucker. The higher heat, we do have crispy skin. You can hear. So that's the trick to crispy skin on when you're smoking. You can't get crispy skin by smoking at 250 or 225 the entire time. It's going to come out rubbery. You smoke low, and then you take your heat up high. You need that high heat to get basically the oils in the skin to basically boiling up, and that's what gets it crispy. So let me go ahead and give this a try. Looks good, huh? Man, that's good. I'm going back in. It's actually really good. Really good. For me, it has the heat where it's not telling me I have to go get something to drink right now to cool it down. It's that warmness that's just is continuing to go. I guarantee if I eat a few of them, I'll probably need something to drink. But it's not overpowering right now. But I know a lot of you like super hot food, so add more drizzle.
All right, guys, that's it for our Nashville hot chicken wings. I hope you liked it and hope you give this recipe a try. If you do, let me know below what you think. And as always, if you got any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And always, holler back.